my name's Artemis, and...
Hi, I'm Duke.
This is Duke, who is already plugging the merchandise. Pay me some fucking money, please, for the love of God.
Available on iTunes.
Not iTunes, we couldn't get the sponsorship deal.
Oh.
Yeah, even though you're coloured like an apple, they didn't want that deal. Green, joke. And yes, we are here today to do a video that nobody in the history of YouTube has ever done before, and that's comparing American things with British things. How original, huh?
I've never heard of such a thing.
No, exactly. We are on the cutting edge of YouTube technology right now, talking about things which are sure to be original and fresh and totally... Should we just fucking get into it, Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first difference that we've noticed between these two once great isles is travelling, because obviously that's something that everybody has to do, and it's always kind of shitty in specific different ways. Like, now, Duke, you have been to the UK. I'm very sorry about that.
It's okay.
And you learnt quite a few very funny things in the UK when it comes to single track 60-mile-an-hour country roads.
Gosh, it's intimidating to me. I genuinely don't understand how you could just keep going and you're like, well, what if another car comes? We'll get there when we get there.
If we die, we die. That's part of the highway code.
I don't like the game. I don't like the game of Risk. Don't like it.
We've won it so far.
So far.
This could be some kind of purgatory situation, which would explain the whole dog thing, but whatever.
Oh, no.
I mean, I get it, considering the US is the complete motherfucking opposite, and every street you have is like a 6-lane fucking highway where if you want to cross the street, you've got to get in your car to do it, so yeah. I can understand, but honestly, I think our system, I don't like siding with the UK on many things, but I feel like our system works a lot better. I mean, you've been in our towns where, you know, you can actually walk and it's pedestrianised. Mm-hmm. Everything over here is just flat.
Yeah.
It's flat like your chest.
Like, don't look at them.
So obviously the British have high streets where you have lots of tiny little shops, none of which really ever have anything that you were looking for. And even if they did, it would all be overpriced compared to Amazon. Whereas the US has big malls and strip malls and shit.
Yep.
Where you have like whole ass departments spread across an entire fucking area.
Oh, you can't get it over here? Alright, we'll go to the Walmart 2 minutes away and get it over there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what we like.
And we can stop off at one of the 4 McDonald's, which is in between those two. And if we miss them, there's one inside the Walmart as well.
Mm-hmm. That's what we like.
I get that there's convenience there, but it's kind of soulless.
Yeah.
And soulless can sometimes not be nice.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Are you soulless as well? Okay, that's a little bit disturbing. And obviously travel times is a big thing as well, because if you like try and plan a trip in the UK and it's like an hour drive, you're kind of like, yeah, I might have to block out the whole day for that. It's an hour there and an hour back, and then an hour drive in the US is like the commute.
Yeah, you could just literally end up anywhere.
And it's all looking the same regardless.
The road is just flat. There's a gas station maybe every 12 minutes, and it's just nothing. There's nothing to look at. Maybe 1 or 2 cows, and then you're at your next place.
Both of these options sound depressing to me.
Yeah.
Which travel situation do you think is better, the US or the UK?
Honestly, the US, because it feels like for UK travel, we have to plan it like days in advance, and then who knows if it'll actually happen.
I mean, you do have a valid point on that one, because we do have a lot of roadworks that completely fuck around your whole thing. I just said fuck around your whole, that's a dangerous sentence. Anyway, and also, I mean, I feel like driving in the UK is more interesting because everything's windy and has the sort of taste of death to it.
It is a lot prettier than the US. Like,
it's prettier?
It is prettier. Like, it's a lot nicer to look at than our flat, dead roads.
And I mean, it keeps people more engaged and focused, because I mean, if you drift off the road in America, you go from the flat road to the flat ground and you just sort of grind to a halt. Mm-hmm. If you look away from the road for a half second, then you smash into a fucking quarry truck in the UK. You know, you can't look away from the road because it's as snaky and windy as insert penis reference here. It's completely fucking mental how our road layouts work. And sometimes they have to bend around, you know, members of parliament's slavery-built estates. I wonder if Barbados got that back yet. Okay, I'm just going to say it now. The US has already got the UK beat when it comes to shopping.
Yeah.
It's done. Thank you. That's mine now.
No.
It's done. They have it done for shopping. Especially considering this you can get locally. So, you know, we're going to plug the fuck out of this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, you have us beat. We have some good, like, farm stores and, like, your little individual businesses and shit like that, but, I mean, every time I have to think of a project that I want to work on, or a replacement part or something that I need, I think, right, what's the delivery time on that? Because there's no one in town to get it. Whereas over here...
Oh, I need fabric? I'm gonna go to Joann's. I need eggs and a gun? I'm gonna go to Walmart. I need milk? I'm also gonna go to Walmart.
Not Joann's?
It's next to the gun.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, there is something to be said about a place where you can go and get tampons and guns in the same place. Something to stop the bleeding and create the bleeding. Like, that's, yeah, that is a true one-stop shop. I mean, pretty soon you're going to be able to get, like, your back-to-school supplies next to the AR-15s, next to the coffins. Just to really get the high school experience in one aisle.
I mean, they are renovating.
They're renovating?
Yeah.
There we go, that's what it's going to be.
You're welcome.
The back to school vibe, which will pretty soon be remarketed to back to the graveyard. Snap back to the graveyard. Oh, there goes the kiddies. Oh, there goes the TAs. Oh, there goes everything apart from the law that says anybody can have a handgun if they can recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, woo! And if you're one of these assholes which is going to pop up and say, but Walmart doesn't sell guns anymore. They did. They used to, okay? And that's bad enough. That shit sticks. Uh-huh.
You can still buy the accessories.
Exactly. Woo! Is that going to cover us considering we completely used the wrong store name? I don't care. This is my video. No, I didn't promise anyone I was going to be factually correct. Shit.
Thanks for watching.
But beyond the variety of shopping and the sort of shit that you can get, there's also the etiquette of shopping and the people and how they interact with each other. In the UK, people are generally assholes, and God, I don't even think I need to expand on that, but I'm going to. And generally the shopping experience is something that you get in, you grab your shit and you get back out. And if you have to speak to a cashier, you make sure they feel like shit when you do it. But that doesn't seem to be the exact same here.
No, honestly, I think in the UK, you guys are a lot more reserved with saying something if you're upset. Whereas the UK again, whereas in the US, we are very aggressive. We will let you know how you feel. I've had people in my time working retail just barge into my area and be like, hey, you have a long line. Are you gonna help out? And I'm like, do you think I have people waiting for their time to shine? No, you can wait. You can wait and be grateful we're here.
I mean, that's true. In the US, you do seem to have a lot more confrontation, whereas in the UK, before you get to that level of confrontation, most people have spent at least 20 minutes tutting and sighing and Daddy didn't hug me and now I'm upset at retail stuff. And that happens on a daily fucking basis. So the etiquette is generally different. Also greeters.
Yeah.
Stores having greeters. Like,
yeah.
Walking into Five Below and everyone like, welcome to Five Below. I'm like, I'm sure you want to blow your head off right now, don't you?
I mean, I greet people at my store even though we don't have to, and every time I say it, I want to die a little.
I think the only time I've ever greeted someone at my store, it was in the most sarcastic way possible, and I might have used the word cunt. What am I talking about? I definitely used the word cunt. And of course the people, the very things that make up the country. Ugh, bastards that they are. So the UK, as we have also said, are very repressed. They are very anally retentive and just generally act like they have a stick up inside their rectum, completely removing their spine. Because, you can spit in a Britishman's face and he'd probably just go, oh, how uncouth. And they will still not want to confront you because at the end of the day, the British, we're fucking cowards. Absolutely. Whereas Americans,
Well, for the most part, we're kind and we're okay. But then there's a large group of us that just don't give a fuck and will just be an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. No reason, no justification, You could walk up to them and be like, hi, hello, how are you today? And the first thing they'll do is spit in your mouth. They don't care.
And I know, and I feel like I should really not condone that and really be against that position, but as you were describing it, I'm starting to think like, shit, I've made a career off of being like that. I feel attacked.
You've been seen. Maybe you're more American than you think.
Maybe so. Maybe I can get a green card because of that. Just, hey, I'm a cunt. Can I have citizenship? Can I have citizenship, please? Daddy Sammy.
You're going to jail.
But to quote the late, great, amazing David Bowie, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. And it's true, because when you are a British person that comes to this country, it's fucking intimidating to have people who have the confidence of social skills and the ability to say, fuck you, buddy! You don't fucking do that where I come from. I mean, they sound like they fuck their cousin, which, I mean, I'm from inbred Ireland, so I can't really say shit about that, but yeah, it's an intimidating thing. It's also weird, I imagine, being on the other side of that, like going to a country where we are all cowards.
Yeah, everyone was very reserved, I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone was very to themselves, I'm just trying to get from point A to point B. But you know, like, what they're thinking.
Yeah.
And you know if they're upset or not. But they won't say anything about it.
It's like the people in the UK are just very apologetic for existing. You know? That's how I would sum it up. But hey, it's not just about the personalities of the people, it's about the dress sense as well. Because as well as being very repressed and very, you know, dickish, British people are also very judgmental, like non-verbally when it comes to your dress sense. So when you see people who are dressing in anything that isn't up to like the general public's taste level, you are very much made aware that you should not feel comfortable in public. And there are a lot of ways that comes out. I mean, the US, no one really seems to give a shit what they wear over here.
They do not give a fuck about what you wear. Literally, I've seen socks and flip-flops. I've seen a guy in winter wearing boots, no socks, and a light shirt. I have. It's awful. People don't care. This is what it is. People don't care what you wear over here, but you will be heavily judged for it.
Yes. So, I mean, I've got to give it up for the US on this front, because you are less judgmental than we are. And again, I see it a lot with the poor trans kids, not even trans, non-binary or just general high gay children in the UK who are quite clearly going to be on the LGBTQIA bus at some point and are trying to just live their best life, and, you know, wearing a slightly brighter than normal hoodie is enough to have them be the shame of their fucking family. So the US is obviously a lot better of it than that, but I'll tell you what, one area I definitely notice it most on is footwear.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're going to talk about feet. We're going to talk about feet. Footwear is a big contention point. I mean, in the UK, people will generally wear whatever the fuck they want year round. Like, I live in a seaside town, we get snow sometimes, and we also get a lot of ice and rain. I still see people year round in shirt, shorts and flip-flops because apparently they don't have, like, temperature receptors in their skin. But over here, it seems like, basically, what I'm trying to say is I like living over here if I can, because you get to wear slippers in public. And I mean, come on! Have I not made my entire personality all about being soft and fluffy and comfortable around the feet in public all the goddamn time? Because I've seen a lot of that over here, and I'm like, yes sir, yes ma'am, yes them, all of it.
Oh, he'll point it out every time. And I think it's so cute, but it's true. I mean, you could just go to Walmart and just wear, I forgot the word. Slipper.
How did you forget?
I don't know.
You're basically one giant slipper. Because you have feet inside you a lot.
Not inside me. On me.
Yet. But yeah, in general, slippers are everywhere. I mean, it is a little bit cursed sometimes because I don't understand people spending a lot of money on something very soft and very fluffy and then wearing fucking socks. Like, if you're paying for that, you want to fucking feel it. But also, one point I will have to give Americans, again, is that when they do want to flash those grippers in public, I've got to admit, they are not as disgusting as the UK. Like, yeah, they ain't exactly the best things in the fucking world, but I have not seen, I've not seen as many people with heels the texture and thickness of a house brick in this country as I do back in my homeland, because people over here seem to be pretty ambivalent towards their feet health. Like, yeah, fuck it, they're at the end of my legs, I don't care. Whereas people in the UK seem to take an active effort into making them disgusting.
I think the worst thing I saw here was a girl wearing Crocs that had heels on them.
But I do think we could make money from making a Croc Ugg Heelys hybrid. Because you know that trash would wear those.
I'm ready to buy.
And we've mentioned Walmart so much that we've already identified ourselves as trash.
Woo!
But yeah, if we've gotten to that stage, I guess that's the 3 things that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Is there any other comparison of the United Kingdom and the United States you'd like to make?
I want fish and chips.
You don't.
I want fish and chips.
You don't. If you're going to steal anything from our country, it should be the healthcare, but whatever.
I want fish and chips.
Okay. We can go to Long John Silver's and get you some.
Woo!
Or go to Pink Lobster. They say it's red, but they undercook that shit. Don't lie to me, bitch. But yes, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, I'm sure there will be some sort of graphic to try and point you towards buying one of these. Yes, buy them.
Do it!
And also, I suppose I should do my charitable donation for the year and say that you should check out this person's lovely socials and all their TikTok and Instagram and Twitter shit and whatever graphics I've pulled out of my ass to hover around his head. If anything, I might have just not bothered and cut the video already, who knows. But yes, thank you for watching, and I guess I'll speak to you whenever I decide to make a video again. Do you want to say goodbye?
Bye! Bye!
That was worth the build-up, wasn't it?
Get the bye!